Hey guys, on to the GBP AUD. So interesting price action from today. We have come into our range and 1.8200 has been achieved, actually even on the open last week. Oh no, it's probably by a pip or so, but today 1.8200 has been achieved. So I did mention that we can come as low as 1.8097, more or less 8100, and then lower end boundaries at 1.8. Looking at the daily time frame, as you can see, this is looking to me as if it's going to melt down. One huge sell-off candle I'm looking for on GA, to be honest. Why? Because the market has been consolidating, it's been holding back, but it looks as if the moving averages are going to start to spread a lot wider open. And as you can see, the market keeps retesting, even the back end of today. But the momentum to the upside on the intraday timeframes cannot hold. Now, 4 hourly, what we can see here is that we popped up. If I utilize one of the 4 hour levels, base of those bodies right there, you can see going across, market, boom, on the open, came back above, spike, pushed up, 8,300. I can't really claim that that was a super level for this pair in terms of psychological defense for it to rebound from, because it did breach it by around 20, 22 pips or so. But what we were below was the highlighted area above, which is that right there, taken from that body. We can also mix it up with a zone if we wish, but we can see today we made a new lower swing, and we're looking to penetrate lower into 1.8. So let me just put this on 1.8 exactly. Whoops, maybe not. 1.8, let's just do the horizontal line here. 1.8 exactly. And we can clearly see also, guys, after this, not this candle here, but this breaker candle, we broke back back below the moving averages, sorry. So the moving averages, again, are in alignment with the daily and the 4 hour are in alignment. And this level on a 4 hour, we broke straight through that. So that there was also a decent opportunity to go short, because you can clearly see, if you take a step back, the market started to range a little bit, more or less from 8,350 to 8,200 or 8,250. Okay, so you have the 8,250 level here, remember, psychological level. So it's like 100 pip range, came through, spike, bang, broke below the moving average, broke below the 4 hourly support, tapped into 1.8. And I believe now, once we're below 1.8200, we are going to see orders come into the market at a relatively rapid pace, I believe. I'll be very, very surprised if this market reverses from here right now. You can see it's had too many attempts, back up, and then bang. Today, if you look at the tail of today's candlestick at 8.3, it looks as if it popped up, executed some orders there, and now we're going to 198 pips away from current market price. So I hope you've enjoyed this tracking so far on GA. It's been a little bit messy into these realms. Again, we did cover when the market was above 8.4, now we're below 8.4. We've hit the target of 8.2, and now we're going to 1.8. So let's see how this one plays out. Hey guys, hope everyone is doing well. It's Friday and it is 10 minutes past 6 p.m. I didn't do a video on Wednesday this week because I was extremely busy. So for these tracking pairs for this current week, it's April 19th now. I'm only going to be doing and colliding two. So here we go. Firstly, with GBP AUD, as you can see, brilliant. We tapped the lower end of the box line, the box base, as you can see right here, and then we're starting to pull back a little bit on the daily time frame. What's great here is that we did close as a shooting star. Again, the wicks to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we came into the region and the momentum really slowed down on the back end of this candle and this one too, with the wicks, as you can see, because we reached the lows of 8,100. So again, another psychological level. You may notice going forward as well, I am going to be removing the moving averages, because the goal here is to get to a stage and a level. Again, I can only give you so much and you have to use whichever tool you feel comfortable with. But the aim is to get to a level in which you can read the chart proficiently and again, this comes with experience and practice, that you don't need the moving averages and we can read raw price action, because then that takes your mind into a deeper understanding of the market, and it's all about chart hygiene. So I've took the moving averages off for now. I'm also going to be switching back. Again, I wanted to open your eyes up to the notion of upside down charts with the option I, and again, you can use this going forward if you want to. I may be switching back into it from time to time, but from next week onward, I'm going to be using a 4-hour and daily over here, and then switching into the hourly and the 30-minute on this time frame. So yeah, again, clarity, clearing things up. If it works for you, and it does work, it works for me as well. But I'm at a stage now in my trading and my chart work where I don't need as many tools, and I'm going to be showing you a few of the little tricks to help us with clearer, more precise executions going forward. So I'll do that next week, but for now, let me just continue with the breakdown. Going into the 4-hourly, what we can see on GBP AUD is I did highlight, we broke through the little lower end using the small trend line and attaching it to the bodies of the candles. Really helpful. It's really helpful you do that on the 4-hourly, and it's extremely helpful as well to find those hourly executions and those 30-minute executions, which we'll be diving into next week onwards. Now, as you can see on the hourly, we tapped into the region there. Okay, 8100 is right there. We tapped into it, we pulled back. Market is now consolidating. For me, GBP AUD, if we look at the 4-hour, and from the studies of the high time frames, we can actually see the market is due to pull back. So we're going to pull back into this range. I can't really, for me now, due to all targets were hit to the downside, it's good to just step back maybe for a few days, allow price to play out to give us further clarity. We don't need to jump back into the market at a fast pace, because again, that's just more risk on the table. I'm trying to teach everybody how less is more in a way, and once targets have been achieved, be happy with it. Log your process, do your screenshots, put it into your journal, and go from there. So at the moment, you know, I can't really say too much about this chart. What I can maybe do is put this little trend line on, 0.12 extended, we have the third touch there. If we do break to the upside of this, we could maybe see a move back into the regions of 8.3, 8.350, 8.400. So by now, you should be learning quite a lot, to be honest. And I'm really excited to go into next week with cleaner charts, and I'm going to be sharing, not in this section, but later on, and it's going to be an addition that I will drip feed. My job, once this section is done, my aim is for around 50 videos. My job then is to just maybe share, obviously we have the webinars, but I am going to be sharing trade setups and running over why I entered the trade and showing you some of my results to give you that confidence and that motivation going forward. So that's GA. Brilliant. All targets are downside achieved. I hope you gained some clarity from what we've done so far, and I'm excited to start next week.